Good morning, everyone. I hope you all are safe, healthy, and fully energized to learn the 8051 program. So, in our last video, we have seen two important programs. One was how to move a data from one register to a different memory location. Right? You might have remember we have used RAM location of 30H to 34H, and from R0 and R1, we have seen how to move a data from register to memory location, right? Then the second one we have done, that was DPTR. So how to move a data from DPTR to two different registers. Why? Because DPTR was having 16-bit, whereas register was having only 8-bit. So we have seen how to move data from DPTR to different register by using DPH and DPL. So today we are just moving further. So I'll just show you. First I'll share my screen, then I'll show you what exactly we are going to do today. So I'll put this here and I'll show you the programs which we are going to handle today. So this green color which you are seeing, we have already done. And now we are going to do number 4 and number 5. So we'll just have one brief introduction about 4 and 5 so that when we'll do the programming, it will be crystal clear for you all. So number 4 is write a program to add two 8-bit numbers and store the result in RAM location 35. So we need to take two different data that was of 8-bit. One will take in one register or any memory location also we can take. Then other one will take, we'll add these two, and then they have specified the address, the location where we are supposed to store the result. If they will not mentioning any storing location, then you can store anywhere. But here they have specified that in 35H we have to store our result. So what exactly we are going to do? We'll take two data, each 8-bit. We'll add both the data and the result should be stored in 35H. 35H is our RAM location. So that is our 4 program. Then the 5th one is our subtraction. Subtraction, again, we'll be taking two numbers. We'll do the subtraction. Only the difference is in 5th program, they have specified that the first data also, which location we are supposed to take, then the second data also, which location we are supposed to take. Then we'll do the subtraction, and the result of that subtraction, again, they have specified the location for storing the result also. So this will make more easier our work because they have specified everything. Only we have to take data from that space and we have to just do the arithmetic operation. And again, we need to store in a specified location. So I'll show you a brief idea about the instruction used in 8051. Okay, so I hope my PPT is visible to you all. So as we are going to do the addition of two 8-bit numbers and then subtraction we'll be doing. So I thought that you should be aware that what are the more instructions are there which is considered in arithmetic operations. By using that, we can do the same. So this is a chart where you can have overall idea about all the instruction of 8051. Like data transfer, arithmetic, logical, Boolean, and program. So in all the columns, you'll be seeing we have categorized many instructions. These all instructions are already there in the library of our Keil software. So we are not going to change anything. We are just going to use the appropriate instruction as per our requirement. So work of programmer is to choose a proper instruction. It's not that we will not be having only one way to execute our task. We'll be having different way of executing our task. But the good programmer, like they'll be using less number of lines, easy instructions to execute the same. So here, as we are seeing, we are talking about the arithmetic instructions. So add, you can see here, we have two instructions for addition. One is ADD add and one is ADDC, that is addition with carry. Then subtraction also we'll be doing today. So you can see here, for subtraction, instruction is SUBB. SUBB. Subtraction with borrow. Addition with carry. And then simple addition. So this instruction we are going to execute today. So now I'll share the Keil window. So here is my screen. Again, we'll start our process, which from last 2 videos we are doing that. I hope you all are very much clear with this, how to create a project and file. So we'll click on project, then new project. Now we have to give a name. So we'll be writing AD. This is a short form of addition. And we'll just save it. So here you can see location, we were using the desktop. We have already created one folder, which I have shown you in my first video. So that was MC practice. So we'll save this program in the same window. Now we have to select IC. So Atmel. Then we have to search ATC5 down. Yes, AT89C51. Then we'll click on OK. Yes. Yes. Now here we can see that our project has been already created. Now we'll be taking one file. So we'll click on File. We'll take New and we'll save it. So we'll click on Save. Now we have to write the same file name, but with the extension of assembly language. So we'll be writing ADDI.ASM and we'll be saving. Now we need to establish a link between these two. So we'll click on source group, right click. We'll be having two options, add a new item and existing file. So I hope you all are very much clear that we are going to click on add existing file. Now, here we need to select a file type. So we'll be selecting ASM. We'll be writing ADDI and automatically it will be coming in the list. So ADDI.ASM. We'll click on add and we'll be seeing here it has been added. Now we'll click on close. Fine. So project has been created, file is created. We have established a link between these two. Now we have to write our program. So the program was to add two 8-bit numbers and store our data in a RAM location. That was our program. So how to start? So we'll start with the origin, org 00 h, enter. So for adding two numbers, first of all, we have to take two inputs. So we'll take first one, MOV A, comma, as we are taking data. So we'll put hash 02. This is our first data. You can take anything else also. H, which denoting the hexadecimal number. Then we'll be taking second one, move. Second one will be taking like, you can take in B, comma, hash 04H. I'll show you two ways of doing this. Okay, so this is our first one. So now we have two data. Now we want to add it. So when we see the addition instruction, we'll find out that the number should be there in accumulator. The number should be there in accumulator. Okay, so one number is already there in accumulator, right? And second one is B. So I'll just show you to have a clear idea. As I told you that you can have a complete instructions available here. So I'll show you how to take help from this. So we'll be clicking 8051 instruction set. We'll double click on that. Then instruction, again we'll double click. Now we are dealing with the ADD instruction. So we'll click on that. Now we will be having different kind of addition instruction. Like if you are using add, you can use add a comma hash 03h. Means automatically or directly you can add a number. I hope it is visible. Directly a number you can add with accumulator. So suppose already one data is there in your accumulator, then directly you can add second data to your accumulator by using this instruction. Okay, fine. So I'll show you by doing this. I'll minimize this and I'll show you first that instruction. So what was that? First we have taken our first data in accumulator. Okay, then we'll be writing add instruction. Okay, a, which just now we have seen in our library, comma hash, any data you can take. Suppose you are taking 06h. So now what will happen? You see, till now what we have done, we have taken first data in accumulator. Then with the help of this instruction, we have directly added that second data to our accumulator. So already in accumulator 02 is there. And with the help of this instruction, we are adding 06 to 02. So this is a simple way. Now we can move the data. Okay, one more important point. If any of the operation we are using accumulator, so the result will be automatically get stored in accumulator. Just remember guys, if anywhere for any kind of arithmetic operation, if you are using accumulator, then the result will be get stored automatically in accumulator. So here you can see add a comma hash 06h. So 6 and 2 will get added and this 8 will be stored in your accumulator. So as per the program, the result should be stored in 35h. Okay, so we need to move the data to 35h. So where data is presently available in accumulator. So from accumulator, we need to move the data to 35h. That is our RAM location. So move 35h, comma accumulator. Okay. Next, we'll just write that loop here as jump and end. So this is very simple program. Okay, now we'll check our program is right or wrong. So we'll click on build target. So program is right. We got no error, it's 0 error showing. So now we'll just see the output. We'll click on debug. Okay. Then we'll be seeing the output which is available in RAM location. So for that we need memory window. For seeing any kind of RAM location output, we need to take a memory window. So for that we'll click on view. We'll take memory window. View memory window. Okay, it has come. Now in my last video I have told you what to write. So we'll be writing D:0 x 0 35h 35 and we'll put enter. So this is the RAM location of 35, 36, 37. Go on. So now we'll check one by one, step by step. So here you can see the accumulator in our register window. So first click data, we have just moved to accumulator and data is 02. So here you can see A equal to 02. It means accumulator we are sending 02. Next we are adding that 06 to our accumulator data. Before already in accumulator 02 is there. Now we are moving 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So in A accumulator 8 is present. Now that 8 has to be moved to 35H. So we'll be clicking one more time and you can see here. You can see here. I hope you are able to see my cursor. So 35H we are having 08. That's all. This is what is our addition. It's very simple. I'll just go back. Okay, here I want to give you one small task, which I was supposed to start, but then I thought, no, I'll start with the simple one and I'll give you one task on that same. So here what I have done, one data I have taken in accumulator and directly I have added that data to accumulator. And again, simply we have moved that result to memory location. Now I want you all to just practice that you don't do directly addition. You take two data in a different location. This is also very simple. We'll take two data in two different locations. Wherever you want you take. And you add that two data and you move the result anywhere in your desired location. You can move it, no problem in that. So again, I'll repeat it. You take two data in two different locations. Then you add both the data and the result you just shift it anywhere, wherever you want. So how the difference will be? In this program, you are taking only one data and second data directly we are adding to accumulator. And what task I'm giving to you, in that you are supposed to take two data in two different locations and you are supposed to add that two and move to anywhere, wherever you want, any memory location or any register, wherever you find okay, you can move that data. Fine. So this was our addition. Now I'll stop sharing and I'll tell you something about subtraction. So we'll start our second program, that is subtraction. So again, I'll share my screen. So as we are creating our project, so we'll do the same way. We'll click on project, then new project. We have to write down the name. So we'll be writing subtraction. So SUBT. You can take any of the name, no issue in that. We'll click on save. Again, we have to take IC. So we are taking Atmel. Now we have to search our desired IC, that was 8089C51. We'll click on OK. Yes. Yes. Now you can see project is created. Now we have to create a file. So we click on file, new, we'll save. So click on save. So just see the location. So it is desktop where you want it to save. So good. This we are on right path. We'll be writing the same name, SUBT.asm. We'll click on save. Now we need to link these two. So we'll select source group 1. We'll right click, then add existing file. We'll be writing SUBT and we'll be getting .asm automatically. We'll click on add. We'll be seeing here it has been added. Then we click close. Now we are writing our program. So again, we'll start with the ORG00H, enter. Now subtraction in question, they have given the location of storing first bit, that first input, then the location of second input, and they have given the location of result also. So we need to follow the same. So we'll be taking first data, move. The location was 13H. This location, they are asking us to store the first input. So comma, now we are taking data. So we'll put hash. You can take any of the data. So we'll be taking 8H, enter. Now we'll be taking second data and the location given is 2B. So move 2BH, comma, hash 01H. Again, enter. Now we have to do the subtraction. When you will be seeing the subtraction instruction, here is our window. When you will be seeing the subtraction instruction, you will be finding, like I just want to see this, just a minute. So I want you to see the subtraction. So for doing subtraction, the data has to be in accumulator. You can see here. You have one more way to do this with indirect addressing mode that I'll explain you later. So as we're starting with the simple program, so we'll be using this. Subtraction immediately, like sub SUBBA, comma, hash immediate. So you can write any of the data there, okay? So SUBBA, it means one data has to be there in accumulator for performing subtraction instruction. So again, I'll minimize this. We'll be writing subtraction, but before that, you need to move one data in accumulator. Then only you'll be able to perform that. So we'll be writing move a comma, anyone you can move. So we'll be moving 13H. 13H. So now what will happen after executing this instruction? The data from 13H RAM location means this 08 data will shift to accumulator. So now the present status will be one data is in accumulator and the second one in 2BH. Now we'll be able to perform the subtraction. SUBBA, comma, 2BH. It means now subtraction will be there between accumulator and 2BH. Fine. Enter. Now, as I told you, if anywhere any process accumulator will be involved, then the result will be stored in accumulator automatically. So now you need to you need to move the result from accumulator to the location given. So the location given was 2CH. 2C is your location given where we are supposed to store the output. So we'll be moving move 2CH, comma A. So what will happen? From accumulator, that result will get stored back in 2C. That's all. Now we'll put our, as usual, loop and we'll end the program. Now we'll check we are okay or not. Error received is 0. It means we are okay. Now we'll be clicking on debug. Okay. Now again we want memory window to see the output because the input is also in memory location only. So again we'll click on view. We want memory window. Okay, so just maximize somewhat. Okay. Now which location you want? You have to check it. So first you want input in 13H. So you have to write here 13. Okay, so now this first data is your 13H. Now you do the first step. So first data you are taking in 13H. So you can see here, it is here 13H. Now our second data is our 2BH. So again we'll change this 2B. And again we'll click on step 2. So 2B is having 0, 1. So here you can see 2B is having 0, 1. Next. The 13H data is moving towards accumulator. So we'll click. Now we'll see 13H data was 8, but now that data has been moved to accumulator and accumulator is having 0, 8. Next is our result. So our result should be moved in 2CH. So we'll be writing here 2B, 2C. And we'll click on step. Okay, so first what happened? This 2C the data, the output of the subtraction will be moving in our accumulator, right? So you can see here, accumulator is having 0.7. And after that, this result from accumulator is moving towards 2CH. So now you can see here, 2C is also having 7. And just remember one thing, these data are copy pasting, right? Just to, so you'll not be getting forget this important point, that data will be, we are doing just copy and paste. We are not doing cut and paste, right? But we can overwrite it. Like accumulator, it was 7. And when we have moved the data from accumulator to 2CH, still accumulator is 7. By that time, we are not overwriting the data in accumulator. Okay, so now we got the output. For your ease, I'll suggest you, like as in quotient was given, a random location for taking inputs and output. So again and again, we need to change it. So you can do it like continuous, you can take input and output. Okay, like 2A, 2B, 2C, like that if you will take. So in one click only, you can see all the input and output. So that will be easy for you. Now I'll again go back to our previous. Fine. So today is very simple. 2 programs we have done. One is your addition and other one is your subtraction. Now I'll tell you that what you are going to do in our next session. So this 2 we have done. So I'll make it green as we have completed, and we'll be moving towards 6 and 7. So 6 is write a program to add 2 16-bit numbers without carry and store the result in desired location. So what task I have given you, you just do that, so that when I'll explain this program to you, for you it will be very easy, right? And the 7 will be exchanging of data. Write a program to exchange the content of B register and RAM address 30H. Like one data will be taking in register B, the other one will be taking one RAM location, and it has to be exchanged, right? So it's very interesting. So this 2 we are going to perform in our next session. So I hope it's very simple, and if you will take a little interest also, you can become a good programmer of 8051, right? Okay, bye bye guys, thank you.